Yo, what's going on, guys? cebmofroz back here for another video today on Fortnite Battle Royale. And for today's video, I have a pretty decent gameplay for you guys. I get a bunch of really good plays in this, including killing multiple teams myself. And I'm sorry that not all of my gameplays have really high kill games and stuff, but I'm not, some Dakotas and stuff. I like to post every game that I get that's a win. Besides, if it has like a really low number of kills, if it has like 2, 3, 4, I probably won't post it. But don't worry, guys, a lot of my up and coming videos have a lot of 10+ kill gameplays that I've gotten recently. Anyways though, we're gonna get into this video, and the reason that I wanted to post a 13 kill gameplay is I want to talk about something that's very controversial. And that, my friends, is using keyboard and mouse on console. So why is this topic so controversial? Well, it is highly proven that using a keyboard and mouse gives you a way bigger advantage than a controller. But what I want to talk about is that even though there are people using keyboard and mouse on console, you can still be very good at the game with just a controller. And me being able to get multiple 10+ kill games and having over 100 wins alone in squad, I think I can attest to being pretty good with the controller. And yes, I know there's YouTubers who get like 20, 30, 40 kill games like all the time and stuff, but the average player is not going to be getting that. And even then, there's like, how many people can do that? Like 100? Probably less. So I'm constantly hearing right now a lot of people complaining about keyboard and mouse, and I don't think it's as big of a deal as people talk about it. Right now, there's a meta going on called the double pump meta, where you use 2 pumps to kill people. Well, the pump is something that is extremely powerful. If you get a headshot, it's a one-hit kill. There's only a few weapons in the game that are a one-hit kill, and the pump is one of those, along with the bolt. So if you had a way to make it way more accurate to use either of those two things, then you'd have a high advantage over other players. But I don't think the pump is something that actually is very much more accurate with a mouse. You can be super accurate with a controller, and there's one reason why. On console, there's something called aim assist, and with a controller, you can exploit this so badly with the pump. And how much you might be thinking that can you exploit this? Well, I've had multiple games where I've gotten 10+ kills alone with just the pump, using pretty much nothing else. And not even a double pump. Basically, all you have to do is just scope in, but you don't do it right away. You kind of aim up to the top right as you're going, and you just swing your gun that way, and it will automatically lock onto their head almost every single time. And yes, there are the instances where people start jumping around like madmen, so you're probably not going to be able to headshot them then, but then there's also the problem with the bolt. Unlike aim assist with the shotgun, where you can easily exploit it and probably be just as good as PC, or probably not just as good, because if people are jumping around, you're not going to be able to get them, and on PC you'd still be able to get the jumping players easier. But with the bolt, aim assist actually, hinders you quite a bit, because you're not going to be aiming directly at the person most of the time. You have to aim in front of them if they're running. You have to aim above them a lot of the time if they're really far away, because there's bullet drop, and also the weapon is projectile based. It isn't hit scan. So Fortnite with a mouse and keyboard on console, I don't think is as bad as what everyone says, but it is still a pretty big advantage. Although in the end, you still have to be a pretty good player to actually do good in the game. It doesn't matter if you're using like something that makes you aim a little better, you still gotta be good enough to kill people. So there is one thing that I did leave out though, and that is that Fortnite has a mechanic that you can build things. So you're probably wondering, why does that even matter? Well, me and many other people think probably the most important mechanic in the game is building. It is absolutely so overpowered. You can win almost any gunfight by just building. Someone starts shooting at you, well, just pop a wall. Somebody starts rushing you, well, build a tower and get above them and shoot down at them. Height advantage in building is one of the best things you can have in the game, and if you do both of those things at the same time, then you're gonna win every single one of your gunfights. So then you get mouse and keyboard, and you can build 10 times faster than any of the other people on console, then you're gonna have such an insane advantage. So for me personally, I'm not a big fan of people using mouse and keyboard on console, but it's not the worst thing in the entire world. You can still get pwned by me by using a controller. But it is just a really big discussion going on right now, and a lot of people just really hate it and want to get it removed from being able to be a thing. And I can easily see why, and I've never really seen any other competitive shooter on Xbox use a mouse and keyboard. Actually, I've only even seen a few games have keyboard support, not even mouse. Actually, it's the very first game I've ever seen that uses a mouse on Xbox. So it's gonna be interesting to see what ends up happening, especially because the game is going down the esports scene. So if this game actually does end up coming to esports and people are using mouse and keyboard for Xbox, it's gonna become a big problem. Everyone's either gonna be using mouse and keyboard, or they're gonna have to ban it and make it where only people can use controllers. But anyways, all we can really do is just watch and see what happens. But I want to know what you guys think, so make sure to comment down below if you think, you know, it's okay to be using a mouse and keyboard for console or not. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like and comment. I always look at all those things. Subscribe if you haven't already, because that means a lot to me too. And this has been Sebmeister, the cebmofroz.